What's up, everybody? Adam Bergman and Turks and Caicos. You know I got to bring you another banger of a video, and that's the difference between someone who's successful and somebody who's never going to be successful. Put in the work even when you're on vacation. Let's talk a little bit about Palantir and the future possibilities of Palantir. So a lot of people are so concerned and a lot of people are so looking into the specific price of Palantir without actually understanding the story of Palantir and why you want to invest in Palantir. You see, Palantir is a tremendous growth story with tremendous possibilities. But with a lot of upside, there's also the possibility of a huge downside and risk. This is just inevitable. This is part of the game, right? This is what happens when you invest into stocks. So why am I bringing this video and why am I babbling? Elon Musk puts out a tweet and Charlie Munger said something of Berkshire and Hathaway. He's the partner of Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is considered to be one of, if not the greatest investors, period, specifically when it comes to value investing. And Elon Musk puts out a tweet and essentially he says that Charlie Munger had an opportunity at a $200 million valuation to invest into Tesla, and he didn't. And kind of they're saying that that's why he's butthurt and he wouldn't invest in Tesla today, because he could have invested as a value invest and now it's already, valued so high. Whatever. It's not going to be a Tesla story, but think about it. He had the opportunity to get into Tesla when Tesla was $200 million. But instead of taking an opportunity to invest at $200 million because he didn't have the, foresight to invest in it, he decided not to. Think about that. He lost over a 1,000x return in multiple 1,000x returns. Just think about what I'm saying. And what's the moral of the story? You're investing in a company for growth potential. And Palantir most certainly could be the next Tesla. Is it going to be the next Tesla 100%? I can't tell you that. I can't say it will. I can't say that it won't. I'm just saying that you have an ability. Look, that woman right there in the golf cart's about to run me over. Palantir definitely has the ability to go up in price. Look, when you're investing into Palantir, try not to look at the specific price right now. Like right now, the price is down. I get it. We went all the way down to $5s. Then we went all the way up to $10 after we showed GAAP profitability, and now Palantir is again under $8. For everybody that always says, I wish the price goes down so I can invest later on, there you go. The price finally went down. You can now invest. Go crazy. The strength of Palantir is that they're literally getting free R&D. R&D stands for research and development. What do I mean that Palantir is getting free R&D? Okay. Palantir started with all the three-letter agencies in the United States, and from there it grew, and only recently did it actually start getting into commercial business. Only recently, and the commercial business actually grew 29% in Q4. It was their strongest, growth factor, specifically the commercial in the United States. If you believe in Palantir, you're going to believe in the story that right now, whatever's happening in Ukraine, Palantir is going to be able to monetize their military research and their military experiences currently happening in Ukraine. Right now, the war in Ukraine, Palantir is coming up with a bunch of technologies. Remember the Palantir kit that's currently being used in Ukraine, that they made like an article that, hey, we got the Palantir kit, so on and so forth. Well, the Palantir kit has been being used in the last year probably as a demo, and then they finally released it. The Palantir kit is essentially some 007 kit that has a drone and satellites and batteries, and it makes you just so much better. Palantir is going to end up taking everything that they're making for these military and government uses, and guess what? They're going to make this applicable for commercial use cases. In the future, Palantir is going to multiply by many magnitudes because they have free research and development. And a lot of people get this wrong, and a lot of people don't understand that. When Alex Karp says, hey, we're 5 years ahead and it's very hard for somebody to catch up to us, that's what he's talking about. Because everything that they're doing is actually being done and used in real world applicability. It's not in theory or it can work if this happens. It's no, it actually works if this happens because this did happen and we actually worked. Our technology works, our software works, and we can make you that much better. And that's what you're investing in when you invest in Palantir. You're investing in a company that is literally on the front lines of some of the most important things that are currently happening in not only the United States, but de facto in United States' best interest and United States' allies' best interest across the entire globe. And Palantir is the trusted company of our government. of our military and non-military government. But how do you think we're starting to work with non-military? It's all coming from the military sector. Now, we only grew 19% quarter four when it comes to government. However, I do believe that government is going to keep increasing their spending in the future. There's also this huge shift and push towards AI. Guys, if you notice, Palantir now starts talking, hey, we're an AI company. We're an AI company. And it's not that anything's wrong with that because we always were an AI company. They're just pointing it out more and more. And they're not the only ones doing that. NVIDIA did that like crazy. Google's doing that. Microsoft is doing that. Whatever. That's the next push, right? That's the next push. Faraz, who's a huge Tesla bull, he has a show with Tom Nash, who's a huge Tesla bull and Palantir bull. He was interviewing Dan Ives. Dan Ives is a legendary contributor and analyst specifically when it comes to technology, and he asked him something about Palantir. It's a quick 2-minute clip. I definitely want to show it to you and just understand everything that I was saying for the last 7 minutes and understand what Dan Ives is telling Faraz right now. All they have to do is implement, and all they have to do is actually grow. And this is exactly what they're doing. They're multiplying their contracts. They're planting seeds everywhere, literally everywhere, and eventually those seeds will grow. And when those seeds grow, that's when we're going to have not only minor gap profitability, but major gap profitability and our 30% year-over-year growth rate. Enjoyed this quick 2-minute clip. Thank you so much for the clip, Faraz. I appreciate it.
Is Dan bullish on Palantir? How do you think about Palantir?
Well, yeah, I mean, because my view, I mean, Palantir, I think it was very bumpy, right, coming out. I mean, just given their background, the government, and trying to commercialize, and we saw that since the IPO, I think they're finally getting their footing. Okay. I mean, and I think they have a secret sauce that's unique, especially when it comes to commercializing that. And obviously, we talked to a lot of enterprise players, and my view is very positive in terms of what Palantir could do in terms of scale. Now it's about execution. And, and obviously a lot of this AI craze, which I don't view as a hype cycle. I view what's happened to AI is much more real in terms of Microsoft Chat, GPT, and everything else.
Yeah, that's been a space that I've been just so fascinated by. I got access to the Bing beta thing, like the new Bing or whatever. Right. It's sick, dude. Like I can literally go. It's sick. I can go on a website, on an earnings report, and be like, "Can you summarize this and compare it to this and compare it to this link?" And then it like spits it out for me. I'm like, okay. This is nice.
But it goes back to this world we're living, whether we're talking about Tesla, talking about AI, talking about some of the cybersecurity. I mean, it's a fourth industrial revolution that's playing out despite the macro.
Real quick on the Palantir story, because that's been something I've been trying to follow, and it's the one thing I'm still struggling with truly is will they be able to scale outside of government with the same type of margins that they would so for example, in government right now, most of their business is government related contracts. Q4 was just their first profitable quarter. They really had to work to get there, but I'm guessing once they go commercial, their margin should be a lot cheaper. How do you think about that?
It's always hard. Any company like this that's just massively successful and has such a moat within federal, that you're going to duplicate that exact success in commercial, which is a lot more competitive. So I view it as an apples to oranges comparison. Okay. But look, that's a common issue that companies that have been very successful in federal, it's a different game when you get into commercial.
Do you think Palantir is well suited to succeed on the commercial side?
Look, I think Palantir is well positioned on the commercial side. It's really more of an execution story. And I think for them, that's why I think this quarter was like a big step in the right direction.
Got it. Makes sense.
I hope you guys enjoyed that little clip. And guys, I know you were all Palantir heads, but if you want to talk about something like dividend investing, I made a really cool video down below. This is a video on JEP, which is a JP Morgan high dividend income ETF. Thank you and have a great day.